Hi guys. I'm here with my little. Come here, Calvin. Love you. He's playing with the cat. Okay, so I have messages from the spirit messages. So messages from the spirit world. Let's see what they need you or want you to know. These are very amazing cards. An amazing deck. When my dad passed away, I would use these to kind of help me, interpret if he had any messages or guidance for me. So sometimes it's just, spirits, or if you want to channel a loved one, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I would use this sometimes. Alright, so I have 3 cards, 3, not 4. I don't know why this one. 3 cards. Then pick your card, right? So, or you can pick all 3. That's overall message. Alright, let's see. I think that's enough. Okay. Alright, let's see. I hope they're upright. Okay, so let's get started with card number 1. For those who picked card number 1, we have a spirit message from the spirit world. It says, give back. Today is the day to cast aside normal routines and make your main purpose to serve. It is about giving back without any thought or expectation or getting anything in return. Reach out and touch other people's spirits as it's highly likely that someone really needs it today. So giving back doesn't have to be also materially. You can maybe give back by maybe calling a friend you haven't called a while, maybe someone who has been on your mind, which is also another way Spirit uses us, right, to connect with those who want or need our help. I think I did a reading earlier this week, and one of the messages was ask for help. So again, it says give back, but at the same time, I feel like some of you are also, which is maybe, sorry, this is switching where you're the one who's going to be getting the help and support as well. So, and what I'm getting is spirit world never forgets, the kindness, or, whenever someone needed help and you were there for other people, spirit world is going to be returning that to you, whatever that may be. Everything always comes back to you, because they know that you have a very good heart. And sometimes we are tested on this, where kind of God, the universe sends people and in front of us. Right, the other day I was walking with my friend, and out of nowhere this kid was, I need help. So we helped them, out of the kindness of our heart. But that's just like an example where I would say, and it's like you never know when you're also going to need that help, and the help will always be returned to you, right? So again, take the message, whatever it is, if it's you that's getting the help, or maybe if you feel someone who needs help, or even if it's out of the kindness of your heart, helping someone or in some way, whatever it is. Could be energy, it could also be a prayer, it could be through a donation, helping the school, whatever that may be, giving back spirit world, and also you help kind of like the energy cycle itself, right? Because whenever we are blessed by the universe in any way, we have to kind of give it back in some way, and sometimes we don't have to, but whatever feels right, but you're being called to do that. So maybe I said it too many times. I think you got it. I just want to make sure you get the message. For card number 2, we have vulnerability. And as you can see, there's like a leaf here. And it's like coming from all this dried like branches here. And it's kind of like a very sad energy right now because, you know, it's like for some of you, I feel like you have been someone who has been numbing themselves, numbing their feelings, right? And sometimes when we do that, when we practice that, we end up disconnecting ourselves, right? And we're just like robots walking through the world, not being able, not wanting to feel anything. And Spirit is asking you to be vulnerable right now, to recognize that there is this immense amount of feelings that are still wanting to be processed, and there's still like, you know, this little leaf of hope here. Right? It says this is confirmation that you're seeking to thread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. So, you know, it's okay to be open, and it's okay to feel, right? It's okay to, you know that you're human, and whatever it is that you're, you know, going through, like it's I know sometimes it's difficult, but it's just this is what makes us human, right? So, and you know, there's still like, you know, this energy in you that wants to kind of bloom, kind of like resurface, kind of like kind of making you feel, right? So yeah, so it's okay to feel. All right, so that would be the message for you guys, that whatever it is that you're going through, you know, you don't have to be ashamed, you don't have to feel bad about it, you know, let your feelings do what they have to do, right? So okay, for those who pick card number 3, right, we have a card of choices here. So it says when you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to the outside world. I feel like this card is talking about you listening to your intuition. Maybe past choices or decision or actions, right, had led you to where you are right now. But that was kind of like practice. Again, we're all, I forget the name. It was like a Buddhist guy. He passed away, but I would read his books. He said we're all practitioners. Forget the name. I'm very bad with names. We're all practitioners, and this is a practice. You know, the earth is a school. We are here to evolve, to, you know, upgrade, but we gotta pass certain lessons. We gotta go through certain, you know, chapters of our life that are not very, you know, pretty, and later on we're gonna get tested on those, right? And you maybe in the past have made choices that kind of led you to where you are. I don't know if you are, you know, where you are right now is positive or not, but even then, right now, I feel like it's the time that Spirit is telling you, well, now that you know what that looks like or that feels like, trust your intuition and making those choices now. You know, use your intuition. You know, like whatever choice or decision you're gonna make, you know, whatever feels right for you. It's all about feeling. It's all about knowing, right? It's all about yeah, this feels right for me, or also knowing, hey, this feels familiar. I've been through this path before. It wasn't a great one, and am I willing to go through it again? Maybe this time you do it right. Maybe this time you take, you actually pass whatever you might pass. But again, trust your intuition on those choices or decisions, right? It says, appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. So we don't get older, we get wiser. you know, we get wiser, and that is so true. Um, I've actually learned a great amount of lessons in my life, and this is where I tell people everything's already meant to happen. Like, I'm not the woman I am right now if I didn't go through that. And what I went through were my choices and decisions that I've made that I had to learn, the people I've met, the situations I put myself into, because we have to take responsibility for our own actions, right? This is, why I decided to, do this type of readings to kind of guide you so you're able to understand yourself a little bit more. Because the purpose in life, how I see it, is for us to be able to navigate this life, you know, um, because things will happen no matter what. Life will push you no matter what. Time keeps pushing you to where you need to be no matter what. So either through, you know, situations that might manifest and be like, all right, let's push this person, and you have like no choices, and but to move. Um, and sometimes, I do question if there's like a free will in some way. And so what's left, if there isn't any free will, is okay. So the purpose is then to help, how am I able to handle this, right? And one of the things that I want to tell you guys is appreciating everything you have, everything that has happened, even if it's difficult, um, be grateful for it, because through your experiences too, you might also help other people. And at the end of the day, the purpose is we have to elevate. We have to elevate our conscience, elevate our energy, you know. There's a purpose for us going through what we're going through. So, yeah, so let me know. Please be respectful of, whatever you guys post in my channel. I don't mind if you guys don't agree with that, but I would like to see if what you guys think about that, right? So I'll see you guys in our next video. Take care.